What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Welcome to our podcast. This is your guy, Mr. ROTHSTEIN, and I'm here with the very beautiful
Slim.
What's up, Slim? It's the Slim and Roth show. We are so glad to have y'all tuning in and checking out. This is our first podcast, so we just, getting our vibes together, getting our, topics together. So just, we want to thank everybody out there for tuning in, checking us out. And, man, we got a lot of great things to talk about, man. But first, let's introduce ourselves so the people know who they listening to. And I'll definitely let you ladies first. Slim, let them know about Slim. Hello.
Thank you. First off, I am honored to be a guest on this podcast. I am definitely a newbie. I'm Slim. I'm sitting here next to the incredibly handsome Mr. ROTHSTEIN Beats. I'm biased.
Hello.
I know where he sleeps.
Hello.
He's introducing me to this world. I'm excited. I love to talk. I have things I want to say, and I would love to be heard.
Hello. And you have a voice, and you should use it because you have a lot of great experience, a lot of wisdom.
Thank you.
And, you caliente. So y'all going to see a little caliente come out as well. So we'll definitely get into that. But like she said, I am the very handsome. I'm biased, too. My mama said I'm handsome. So very handsome Mr. ROTHSTEIN Beats. I am I'm still a podcaster. I have Roth Talk podcast. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. But I love podcasting. For one, I do want to say that, Slim. I love podcasting because I get to hear myself talk. Is that a bad thing?
It's not.
It's not a bad thing. I think people like to hear me talk too, which I do got to shout out my Clubhouse family where I do talk up there a whole lot. But I also wanted to take it off of the Clubhouse app and also make it available to anybody. YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whichever, wherever you consume your podcast, we're going to be there. But I definitely wanted to bring you on because we have so many great conversations, just in our regular day-to-day conversations. And then sometimes, we have the deep moment conversations where we talk about life and stuff. So I've said, hey, we have some great conversations. We might as well let people in on this, you know what I mean? So I'm excited for this. This is our first episode, you know what I mean? So bear with us. We got some great topics. We're not going to be here super long. But, we want to give you enough, topics and conversation pieces that you can, of course, take off of this podcast and have it with your friends, have it with your family and different things like that. So, well, what we like to do, man, we like to just, start with some topics and then go in and then, get up out of here. So, Miss Slim, what do you have for us?
Since this is our first one and let's make it personal. We are in this relationship. This is my first podcast. Let me ask you, how important do you feel it is to incorporate your significant other into your world? My world is pretty corporate. Yours is on the scene. How important did you feel that it was to allow me and introduce me to this?
Well, first and foremost, as a man, when you find that helpmeet, as they like to say, whatever you give a woman, she's just gonna make better. You know what I mean? So, for one, it only makes sense because I'm big on duality. You know that I'm big on one side, the other side. So I'm big on hearing from a male's perspective. I'm big on hearing from a woman's perspective. So that's just one. Two, we're in a relationship, and I feel as though the more things you can do with your partner, the less your partner can feel left out or feeling like, they don't have something else going on, or they may feel like they don't have an identity because your identity is so big. So I think it's super dope that, you can have a podcast with your spouse without, bringing your personal issues on the podcast or anything like that. But I feel it's super important to support each other. And our podcast, and, we talk about it, and I say, hey, let's do a podcast. And so,
and I was like, geez, yes.
You're like, yeah, for sure. I'm like, at first I didn't know if you would, if you would be down for it, but I'm like, no, you have a lot of great insight. So So yeah, let me flip that question back to you.
I agree with you. I totally love that you are a man of duality. You don't dumb down female perspective. You embrace it. I really appreciate you for that. I appreciate the voice that I have in this relationship. I appreciate this platform you're giving me to expand that voice as well. No, I feel it's very important. There's been past experiences, and I'm sure there's people out there currently who are excluded. Your other person could be a doctor or a surgeon. He's come home and he's talking about something and it sounds like Greek. They'll never get it. So I can truly appreciate that you not just only let me be included, but you give me the behind the scene, you give me the inside, I get the cheat codes. So just being involved, it's a deeper level for us, not just on the surface. It's not superficial at all. And vice versa. You come to my little stuffy work stuff. You go to these obligatory places I have to be. Just, reminder, we have a basketball game Friday night. See? And it just gives us more quality time. Even if everything around us is falling apart, we still are with each other, clowning and having a good time, making it about us. And so I really feel, especially when you're gone a lot and things like that, I really have those stolen moments to look back on. So that's important, of being in each other's world.
Nah, hey, I wholeheartedly agree. I feel as though time, anything you put time with, is going to manifest to something. You know what I mean? And if you really, really care about it, you're going to spend time with it. I mean, if you enjoy it, you're going to spend time with it. So, you should enjoy spending time with your partner, your spouse, or whoever. You know what I mean? You should, like you said, stolen moments. You should always try to make sure you have that. Because as we know, man, it just seemed like time is just escalating. And I swear we lost about 5 seconds on the date. I need that 5 seconds back, because it's just like things are moving too fast. Kids are growing, going to, being adults. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you can get lost in life sometimes, because everything's moving so fast. But, what's important to you, you keep it in the front of your mind. You keep it on your top priority list. So, so that's what I would say about partnering with your partner. Hello.
Partnering with, you know what? Quote of the day, Rothstein. You hear it here first.
Hello.
Let me hear it one more time.
You're going to be partnering with your partner. You know what I mean? Y'all have to stick together. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm big on letting, I'm a former athlete, so team is very big to me. I grew up on team sports, you know what I mean? Caring about your teammates, being there for your teammates on and off the court. So I kind of just think about that same mantra when I'm done my relationship, is a team mindset. Like, if I'm not doing good, I can't be happy. Yeah. I mean, if I'm doing good and you're not doing good, I can't be happy. Like, I'm doing. No, I'm like, no, we both got to be good. And I've always been that type of person. So what about you? Do you feel as though sometimes people just are excited for themselves and no one else, and then you know what I mean, or jealousy? Can you think partners can be jealous of each other?
Absolutely, and I can see this from both sides. It's easy to not be happy for someone if there is that situation where they aren't partnering with their partner. So, you have all these great things going on, I don't care. Because what about me? I'm being left behind. So it's easy to have that animosity. Flip side, if everything is lined up, there's that communication, there's that interaction. No, we both winning. I didn't do anything to contribute, but we are both winning right now. So jealousy is very easy in there, especially if you don't have anything going on for yourself. I think that's a big thing. Just to veer off the beaten path a little bit. We talked about this before, getting lost in relationships, and not just intimate relationships, friendships, family, parenting. You can lose yourself. You need that time for self. And once you have that self-awareness, now everything else is going to fall into place, because I know what I have going on over here. I can appreciate everything going on out there.
No, you hit it right on the head. It's awareness. I love the word awareness because sometimes it can be right, like I guess creeping up behind you, but if you're not aware, you can get got. You know, like, or you can see it coming towards you, and you looking down, and you know your awareness is low, and then you can get got that way. So I feel like awareness, like when people say like you got to be aware of what's going on, you have to know what's going on, be in the know. And I feel like that's the relationships. You have to know where you stand with people. Like you can't guess. Like I think we cool. You know what I mean? Or we only hang out when they want something. Or this, like you know what I mean? Like you really have to pay attention to, you know, where you are in people's lives. You know, sometimes I know I could be an energy. People like use me for like a battery pack. They'll take my energy to boost themselves up, and now they're all happy and Gucci, and now I'm all low battery. I'm about to shut down like an iPhone. Like and you know that 5 minutes, you got 5% left. Shit. That's how I be feeling. I be like I got 5% left. I need to recharge, but I didn't did all this stuff for everybody else. You know what I mean? So
well, let me ask you. Let me piggyback off of that. Being that you spoke about awareness, but then it seems like you definitely are aware that your juice is getting sucked. You see it coming. How much can you prepare? Is there a preparation period? And is there a way to prevent it? The draining of your battery.
That's now you're cooking right now. Now you're cooking. I say there's no way to prepare because 90% of it is probably random. Like you get a call, you run into somebody, you know, some like people seek you, like they come and find you. You don't call for them, they come and find your ass for the energy. Like where you at? Where she at? You know, they know they can count on you for that energy because you are a light, and that's why like people say certain things about being a light in this dark world and being that candlelight. And so when people know that, they know they can come to you because this person, you know, they always happy, or this person got to look like they got it together, or not knowing where your current energy level. You might be on 13%, and you're trying to hang on to the end of the week. It's Wednesday. You're like, goddamn, I'm on 13%. Just think about cell phone. Your phone, you think your phone could last 2 days and you on 13%? Hell to the no, because guess what? Your phone's ringing. It's constantly running in the background. Emails coming through. You know, just spam coming through. So all this is taking your power. And that's how I look at people and things. Like, they try to pull from you and pull from you and pull from you until you ain't got nothing left. So I can say to prepare yourself is to stay prayed up. Your spirit has to be strong because you're getting ready to take on. Sometimes a spirit, a negative energy, their negative mindset. You might be having a good mindset, and their mindset. They're not trying to receive what you're saying because you're being positive. So it's like you talking to a wall sometimes. So you have to have energy for that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You have to have the right words to say because you can make the situation worse by saying the wrong thing. You might hype that person up to get and do the wrong thing, you know, when you're supposed to talk them off the ledge. So I say the best way to prepare is to have your spirit in line, have your mind in line, have your energy in line, because I know certain people are gonna drain me. If it's certain people in my life, they gonna want something, drain me, this, that. So I just kind of prepare myself like this is, you know, I'm here to help. I'm here to be a vessel. So if I know that it doesn't matter if, you know, if I'm down to 1%, God gonna juice me right back up. You know what I mean? But what about for you? Like, do you feel as though there is a way to stop someone from dumping the trash on you in your trash can and yours overflow and they Gucci now, they happy, they feeling good?
I don't know if this is gonna put me in the best light, but there are some people in my life I know when they're calling and it's like that contact name comes up and I'm like, here goes the bullshit.
Right, you gotta put your
ignore.
Oh damn.
Decline.
So if you get declined from Slim, that means you one of them.
You are one of those.
Damn.
I can't. Only because, just like everyone else out there, I have my own demons. I have my own times where I'm on overload, and I know my triggers, and part of that being aware. So unless I'm about to lose my shit on you, let me hit decline. Just let's leave it right there.
You just want to just avoid even it going there.
I can't have it. I'll tell you how bad it is. I don't watch the news. I read the news. So therefore I pick and choose what I'm going to take on into my spirit. I don't want to turn on the TV and they're forcing it down my throat. No. Let me get a little bit here. Let me see what I need from right there. I'm not naive. I know the bullshit is going on in the world. Right. I can't wear it right now.
But you know what? I'm the same way. I don't watch the Saw movies. I don't watch too much violent stuff because I feel like whatever you think in your mind and create, it can happen. So if you're you thinking this, I feel like it's gonna happen. So that's why they tell you protect your eyes, protect your ears, and protect what you say out your mouth, and be mindful what you say out your mouth because it can hurt you, it can hinder you. You can, you know what I mean. So you saying the best way you deal with it is to just not even allow it to go there. I
can't allow it to exist in
what
my
if
world.
They need you though? Like, what if this person like, hey, I need you.
You know,
I need to dump this on you. I'm full. Like, you know how you like, I gotta go. Like, stomach bubbling, turning in knots. I gotta drop this shit off in the pool.
You know what? If I'm strong enough that day, if I have enough in the coffers to accept a little bit to try and help somebody out, I'll do that. But I'm not a person that's going to put myself out. I learned a while ago, I have to worry about number one. And you say it all the time. If number one isn't good, nobody else is going to be good. So I can't do that. I have, we have a family, we have children, I have work responsibilities, I keep my man happy. All that comes first. So if I'm not going to be good at that, I can't worry about the outside. I'll face the world when I go out in the world. I need to take care of what's going on in here first.
Y'all heard that, right? Take care of home first. Take care of yourself first before you answer Keisha's phone call. And, she just dumping on you. My baby daddy, my kids, no. I ain't got no money. You know what I mean? I hate those calls. I ain't got no money. Like... You can always make money and then you know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
Or stuff, I'm sorry. No. But stuff be like 2 months from now. They're like, I ain't going to be able to afford it. It's 2 months from now. You tell me you ain't going to make no bread for 2 months. Like, you ain't got nothing else to give. You can't even set $5 aside a day. You can't go cut grass or something. But I'm sorry, baby.
Times are hard. I was going to say, I would much rather send you a Cash App than listen to your baby daddy.
Damn. You got to pay.
I would.
I'm going to pay you to stay away.
Yes. I would. I don't want the 20-25 minutes for the end game to be, let me hold a dub.
Right.
Do you need a dub?
This was going on. I don't care. I tried to do this, but then that happened. Right. All right, just get to the punchline.
Even if I don't have it, like, babe, can I get $20 to shut Keisha the hell up?
Right. I ain't got that hair Keisha got there and go somewhere, goddamn, because... You trying to bring that negative energy. And that's why they always say misery loves company.
Yes.
Nobody wants to be miserable by themselves. And it's so crazy because it's like you made yourself miserable. And then you want somebody else. They ain't even got nothing to do with your situation. And they want them to be miserable too. What kind of stuff is that? Like, I'm already dealing with the stuff I got going on, but you got more going on than me at the time. And now you want me to be mad and sad at the world because you are.
But then that goes back to your point, though. You being that light. I watch you do it day in and day out. Roth this, Roth that, and you're always going to have the comedic comebacks, and you're always, at the end of the conversation, you're going to be laughing with the person no matter what they had going on. So I feel like, yes, misery loves company, only if your company is of weaker stature and can fall into that.
Talk about that.
Okay. I'm going to use you as the example. There are times you do absorb things like that, but then more often than not, you're turning these situations around, and that is your gift and curse. It's a gift because it's so enlightening to so many people's lives. The curse is your phone never stops. They need you. True. They need the Roth.
I know. I never felt this needed in my life. I guess I've been going, I feel like my 20s and 30s, it was just kind of like I was trying to figure my own stuff out. And I still am, but I think now, just kind of like my personality and what I've been through, people look at me a certain kind of way. But even though I look at myself like I'm just me,
right?
But certain people be like, no, Ron, I'm like, it took a minute for me to really realize like who I am and what I do. But I've been like this since high school. Like anybody who know me know I've been this same. Like how I feel is the same way I kind of feel in high school. Like I always want to show love to people. I always try to help people because I had a dark period in my life. Mm-hmm. And I told myself, I said, God, if you save me, I will no longer go to that pit again. And I have not been back to that pit ever since God pulled me out of that pit.
Yes.
And so it's my duty to pull people out of their pit, you know what I'm saying, or pull people out of their slump. Because I know the other side of what you're going through. It's an other side to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just this one. God didn't make things just to be like, that's it, da da da. No, he has the final say so. So once that thing flips over, like you go through despair and then you feel happiness, excitement, and joy. Like it's no other feeling. It's no other feeling when you're on the other side of that pain, the other side of disappointment, the other side of feeling less than, and then you start feeling your worth and knowing your worth, and then you turn, it's like turning into a butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Like you in that cocoon and you covered and you feeling like how I'm gonna get out, and then when you break free, you flying, goddamn. Flying. Hello.
We out here flying.
Hello.
So let me ask you. So when it does come to times when you're really helping people through these things, or even when you find yourself in, I don't want to say dark because you've been dark, but a dimmed or dimmer time, do you think back to where you were, or do you think like never again? Let's keep pushing.
I think I do both.
Okay.
I remind myself of where I was, and then I remind myself of where I am now.
Okay.
So you use the past as a learn. It's like looking at history book. You try to read and see what happened, so then if it does come up in you don't do it again. And I think that's what learning's about. Like you got to be open to learn, and sometimes when you learn, you mess up. Sometimes you might do the wrong thing, but you're learning. Like trying to learn how to ride a bike. You're gonna fall off the bike a couple times. Right? We all had the helmet, the elbow pad, knee pad, ankle pad. We had everything protected because you knew just in case I'm still new to this. So it's gonna take me a couple times. And so once I kind of looked at my life like that, like as a learning lesson versus I got it all figured out and I know and I'm this and I'm that, I had to humble myself and say, hey, it's okay not to know. It's okay to, it's okay to feel uneducated. I don't like to say dumb, what I mean? It's okay to feel uneducated because you need to that's the other side of education is uneducated, you know what I mean? So from going from uneducated, you can get educated, you know what I mean? Like, I learned different stuff on the computer. So you know what I'm saying? So you can learn, but I can't be mad like, oh, I don't know how to program a computer. No, I can learn how to program. So I think if a lot of people stop being so hard on themselves and realize we're work in progress, I'm going to say that for the rest of my life. I'm a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do things right. I'm going to learn from certain mistakes. And then certain mistakes I might do over and over and over again. So that's how I kind of cope with, or come into situations is knowing that I've been down bad and I've been up at the same time. Right. I've been up and I've been down. So wherever I'm at now, I might be feeling low now, but I know my up is coming up. So that's what I try to get people to see is it's like a roller coaster. When you take that dip, just know you got to go way back up. And then guess what? You might going to fall back down again, but you're going to get back up.
that's a word. Remember,
Hello.
when you take that dip,
Hello.
you going back up. I needed that. I definitely received that.
Hello, Pastor. My cash app is
Reverend Lonnie Love.
running. I need a new plane. Reverend
Right.
Roth need a new plane. So, I'm gonna be my new one, Reverend Roth. You know what I'm saying? You got me preaching over here. You know, but I mean, I'm here to help. Like that's what God has put all of us. We're here to help each other. But no, I'll pose that question to you. Just because I know what kind of woman you are. I know, things that you've been through. How do you, when you are feeling low and you are feeling down, how do you, get yourself back up? Because, we all feel, down and low at certain moments in life. So what do you do to kind of keep yourself motivated? Because you do a lot. You're a mother, you're a director, a sister, a auntie,
Don't remind me.
Yeah. So, with all that going on, how do you keep yourself going?
Number one, I will definitely attest to prayer. Prayer works.
Hello.
And then secondary, as a person that struggles day to day with mental health, yes, people, it's real. Taking care of your mental health is very important. So once I can see things clearly, it starts with prayer. Maybe a little meds, maybe talking to therapists every Tuesday. Shout out.
Shout out. Hey, therapy is cool. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different.
And then just finding the coping mechanism. One of my coping mechanisms that I have been enlightened isn't the greatest, is to, where you said you'll reflect and learn from the past, I chronically black it out. To never be touched again. Or never brought up.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you close the chapter, or you just get some closure, or do you just say, I tear the page out and burn it and it didn't happen?
Right. It didn't happen.
But in the back of your mind, it did. So
only when a situation similar to it arises again. But there's tons of things I don't think about, but then things that have come out in therapy that have happened, I'm like, holy smokes, wow. But then my end game is all the same. Oh, I survived it. Moving right along.
Hello.
So that's another one of my coping mechanisms with it. Just get through it, then get over it. And just leave it there. I don't want to learn from it because I am a huge emotion person. I'm an emotional being. If I'm happy, you wear all this. If I'm happy, I'm happy. If I'm mad, I'm mad. Things like that. And I don't want to relive those things, especially the dark ones.
Yeah, and I used to be like that. I did. I used to want to bury it. You know what I mean? But then it got it was too much to bury at a certain time. It would just resurface. It's kind of you dug a dead body and you see a little hump in the ground, and every time you walk by it, you're like, damn, I know that's a dead body. You know what I'm saying?
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying, it's sometimes you got a constant reminder. Like you said, things happen to re-jog that memory, and then it gives you right back in that space. So in terms for me, I had to change that because I had a lot of trauma and different things. And instead of me, I had to literally write stuff down or pray stuff down and just be I'm done with this. You know what I'm saying? I forgave myself. I forgave people that I didn't even know I had smoke with. And I forgave them for me, not for them, for me. That's so big. I can, I talk about having the book bag on. You know what I'm saying? That's, I'm going to probably write a book about that called The Book Bag because everybody been in school, and you know how you put mad books in your book bag and that shit just weigh you down, your strap seem like it's about to tear, and all the little strings start coming out of your straps because you have too much shit in your book bag. And that's what I was doing. I wasn't closing chapters. I was just, it was supposed to only be 4 chapters. I made it 10 because I just kept not closing the chapter. So once I learned to say, hey, I'm over this. I'm done with this. Because there's no other solution that can happen, or I'm not ever going to talk to that person again. So I literally just had to recognize that I was done with these things. Like, I was like, I'm bearing a chapter on this. When I was in middle school, I had this issue. And that issue still carried with me for years and years and years. But I closed it. I said, listen, I'm over this. This is not going to affect, if this comes up again, it's not going to affect me again, because I said I was over it. And I never done that before until probably like 4 years ago. And it was like, nah, this is over. It can't keep coming with me in my book bag. So I took it out of my book bag and I threw it in the trash or fire or whatever. Ooh. And I let it go. Because, you know what I mean? Because it was weighing me down and I didn't even know. Yeah. Because everything else going on. So it's like you got like 8 classes. And you're trying to carry books for 8 classes. And I only got 4 classes a day. Why am I carrying 8 books? Right. So then I start lightening the load, and then I'm like, all right, you know, now I can go on. Now I can go on another 10 years because I let the shit go from 15 years ago. You know what I mean? So you got to just let those things go, because those memories don't go away sometimes. And then sometimes you do have to relive it. And some of those moments ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Some of the moments is whack as hell. So in turns, you just flip it on you. I mean, it just go on a whole little spat. But
no, I need it. I'm receiving it.
That's just kind of like how I look at things, you know, that happened to me. Some things I cause on myself. Some things just happen by happenstance. So, you know, that's how unpredictable life is. But I did go back and recognize it, you know, say it's over, and then I moved on.
I'll tell you what I plucked out of there. Lightening the load. I definitely need to incorporate that into my everyday practice because I will wear some shit, y'all. I don't know how much more time we have. You think we gave him enough?
I think we had our time limit. We had our time. This is the first one. We really can do what the hell we want. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no it have to be this time. But some podcasts be like 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? No, because I'm not saying. But I feel as though we can get as well some other guests, you know what I mean, on here as well. I would like to get another couple just to kind of have a couples conversation. Just kind of hearing from other people, you know what I mean. Of course, we're gonna have a lot of great topics. We only covered a couple, but it's great. I love the conversation that we had because it's organic, it was natural, and we talked about some real things. So I can't wait for the next couple episodes. We about to have our cover art get done. We're gonna be, you know, available to, you know, on YouTube and everywhere else. But I know you are you still on your social media fast? Because you want to tell them to follow you. We're gonna create a page. We're gonna create our own podcast page. So once we have that up, sorry, this is the first episode. We ain't got our podcast page yet. But the second episode, you come back, we're going to have that podcast page. So it's a setup for you to come back and listen. So we can tell you what our podcast page is going to be.
It's perfect.
Ain't it a good setup?
Love it. Well, in the meantime, tell them where they can find you.
Well, y'all can find me on Instagram, everywhere, ROTHSTEIN Beats. Look up ROTHSTEIN, ROTHSTEIN. Beats with a Z, and you can find me everywhere. Look me up. What about you?
Me, I am on a social media detox, but you can definitely find me at work or I'm somewhere volunteering with CHKD. Shout out CHKD.
Definitely shout out CHKD. So stay tuned to the Roth and Slim and Roth. I think Slim and Roth flows smoother. Slim and Roth podcast.
Y'all see how he puts me first?
Hello, giggity.
Take notes, Alan.
Hello, giggity. So, so it's the Slim and Roth podcast. Make sure you check us out. We're gonna be, you know, this is our first one. Like I said, I'm excited because we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
And there isn't anything that we won't talk about.
No, not at all. Now, I'm not gonna get canceled. I ain't trying to go viral that bad. You know what I mean? But,
let me elaborate. Yeah. There aren't things that we shy away from. We tackle those hard topics relationship, current events, sports, social media. We don't shy away from it. And I feel what I appreciate most about us is that we don't shy away from those hard answers either. We are both mature enough to receive truth.
Hello. And, you can also check out my other podcast. I want to make sure I shout that out. The Roth Talk podcast.
Let's go Roth Talk.
I'm going to be bringing that back too, but I'm very excited about this podcast here. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when a man and a woman, especially when you're doing stuff together, it's kind of like when you hear Beyonce and Jay-Z on the same track. It just does something special. It just, you know what I'm saying?
Very
like
true.
It's like when you just get such a great vibe. So I love, Ashford and Simpson. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some couples that made some dope stuff together. So but we about to get out of here. Any last words? I always like to end with either something inspirational, something motivational, and just give the people something to be excited about for the next podcast.
All right, listeners, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So hopefully this one was good, and we will definitely be back, and hopefully y'all will too.
That was good. That was really good. Hello. And that's my co-host right there. That's my co-host. I'm just here. I'm just here to get a check. Hello. Cut the check. Whoever.
Sitting here looking good doing it.
That's it. I mean, if you're going to do something, make sure you look good doing it. You know what I mean? If you're going to do anything, make sure you're looking good. That's how I'm going to end mine. That if you're going to do anything, make sure you do it looking good. You hear me?
Talk about it.
If you're gonna be the best, you got to dress the best. You got to eat the best. You got to have the best mindset. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be, no, you got to think about the best, being number one. And it's not saying that you're putting the other people down. It's just saying that you plan to work hard and your hard work is going to pay off. Like I'm big on believing in yourself. I'm big on, not cocky to the point you make, cause some people can be cocky and it make insecure and low self-esteem people feel bad because they're in their feelings, and then just because you're feeling self-love and feeling good about yourself, it's like, oh, who you think you are? I'm like, me, motherfucker, I love me. Like, if I'm not gonna be my number one cheerleader, my number one fan, bigging myself up, I mean, what we doing? Like, I might as well just let you live my life. Right? You tell me what to do, what to eat, what to wear. Because you know what I'm saying? If you care about people so much and what they, you might as well tell me what to eat today. Tell me what to wear today. Tell me, what's going to make you happy. So, no, I worry about what's going to make me happy. I gave up on people's judgments and what they think about me. I gave that up years ago because, I always tell you, I can cook you too. So, whatever dish you got for me, I'll best believe I can find some on you, goddamn it. So
let's not open Pandora's box.
No, I'm just saying though, because a lot of people like to talk mess, like they got all their stuff, like they're 100 for 100. Very true. I know for a fact nobody on this earth 100 for 100.
Very true.
Where they made every move right, it said everything perfect. They didn't steal, they didn't cheat, they didn't lie, they ain't at 100 things. I'm sure.
Even less than that.
Hello. So, all right. So, we're going to end on that note right there. But, again, thank everybody for listening. If you did stay for the end, hopefully you did stay all the way to the end and hear these last great pieces of advice. So, Belle, you got anything else?
I don't.
All right. Well, this has been another Slim and Roth Productions.
Oh, I like it. I like that.
Hello. We got a production company now, we big time. But we will be back with the next podcast, and just stay tuned and make sure you follow us. And we out.
We out.
Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.